So I remembered the thing that they did, that they were trying to show you that we know it's wrong, but we're running the show. That's why we're showing you that we're doing these things, right? It's mocking God, right? Because uh it's supposed to be inadvisable, So if we mock God, then and nothing happens, then we're running the show. Okay. And we focused in on this event that happened with an assassination that, I mean, I hate to say it, but would otherwise have gone unnoticed because of all the incidents that happened, right? So, regardless of how awful it actually is, there is there are people that are going to try to use this to the benefit, because they're pushing ism. They're just pushing the dialectic word racism, right? Because it's fear, and you need fear, and at the same time mocking you to get you to even believe in the curse or the voodoo, because then you need them. So in that sense, if it works out, then mocking God is actually advantageous, not inadvisable. But see, this is something that I don't even like, what I'm saying? Only people who say I know this, or I'm the only one who knows this. That's cultish, right? If we're the only ones that you can find the truth, okay? And the truth is, what appeals to a lot of different people doesn't make sense, so we compartmentalize. And even want to know who's really coming with the full strength of their, daily routine, like you're really it's plotted out. So if they can get the last holdouts to acquiesce or capitulate to the fear tactics, then they can check them off their list, and then they don't have to worry, so they can sort of like get the idea that their efforts to reprogram will pay off. So we're trying to use repetition and wish things into existence. That's why we make you repeat yourself a lot. That's voodoo too. If I make you repeat yourself a lot, and sometimes we did this to family members coming up, so I mean it's similar. Shit, they're acting just like the spoiled, childish ways that we left behind. So you'll see them enact the very you'll see them enact the very same childishness, right? Presumptuous, almost like it's they like to wager. They already leveraged, they already leveraged the population. This will, take away standards. And if you want to cry about that, because I don't even know if you should. None of this shit's gonna work. It's gonna be so hilarious. So this is last ditch shit. They're pulling all the punches too. And when they don't have plausible deniability, doesn't mean that they won't try to. It doesn't mean that they won't try to. This was mental gymnastics cope. Like a fucking tidal wave. Everybody doesn't get around to everybody, so some people are still like in that, rocking with that, and they don't know, but they don't know they're not rocking with it, you know? It's like you just have to like try to reach them. There's people that are still worth trying to reach, and then there's people that are should know better. So like if somebody can mock God and get away with it, nothing happens, then those are the type of people that are going to think that's their cue, and then they're going to fall in line and start trying to goad people into the one of the two positions. Pick a side. You know what I mean? With us or against us. If you're not with us, then we have to assume that you're, you know, against whatever. You're, you know. That shit is so... I can't believe that shit is... That's not... If I was an investor, I would think not to invest in that plan. But you know what? Even if their portfolio is destroyed and they lose trillions of dollars, it's like nothing happened. Because I can print and shit. Oh, because they can print. They can dress. They can print. They can. That's your backers. With that ideology and they're not wrong because they can. So fucking voting is fucking not fucking the best, because we can't see how this is fucking not the best. The bills that we're trying to pass are just little changes on things. Like, we would get along so much better if they didn't change what works, you know, because of the Overton window. So there's not really that many bills that you can pass. So since you got to accomplish something, you got to get something passed during your administration. Otherwise, it's a failure. You know what I mean? They're planning the idea that they had to get something passed. And the only way to get things passed, too, is involving the plebiscite and, you know, transparency, not opacity, you know, trying to, you know, and then they have these overarching, and this legislation is overarching. It's like aimed at you, something else, like they were targeting something else. We need this way by this time, actually thinking about shit that we don't even have the capability to even consider. So fucking, I kind of wish that we didn't